Hello, beautiful evolving beings. Today I'm going to speak about the difference between a light worker and a star seed. And I'm doing it in relation to knowledge that, of course, would not be shared in professional manuals. Psychologists, psychiatrists, medical professionals, they are trained to work through a system and to define an individual by labeling them. This is how insurance companies pay the therapists. Now, of course, there are beautiful professionals out there who just happen to be light workers who are breaking through the system. And if you're listening to this message, please keep going. Don't give up and don't get stopped by the system because we need all hands on deck right now. So you just keep going. When I talk today about the Lightworker versus the Starseed, please understand that this is my personal understanding and take of what I have learned. And because I am an actual starseed, I obviously know a little bit more about that. So, not one Lightworker or starseed, wanderer, walk-in, grid worker, ley line changer, whatever you call them, indigo, not one is better than the other. We each have certain abilities. And those abilities are abilities that one taps into at different points in their lives. And our strengths can become your strengths if that's something you need at the time. Sometimes you don't need us. Sometimes you need something else, and that's just fine. So I really do hate labels because they are so limiting. And right here in this group, we're all about expanding. Expanding, 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 living, loving, having fun, no boxes, no getting put in boxes. But as your mind is trying to catch up in the matrix to move beyond into the real life out there, the higher dimensions, sometimes it helps just to know some of the differences that happen. So again, this is personal. So light workers come here, they really come to incarnate to hold light, exactly as it said. And they inspire us, whether it's through their writing or their songs or their music. They teach us, they heal us. They have such massive amounts of light and love. They are truly some of your best therapists. They can be male, they can be female, but they all have this general, beautiful, compassionate, heart centered, loving, motherly female in the most positive way energy. So they can be your healers, your card readers, your Reiki masters, the ones who do quantum healing techniques. Um, they come in all shapes and sizes and all have different abilities. Some use tools like a tarot deck, some use tools like divination, and others are simply able to tap into their higher selves or they're able to tap into sources on the other side, whether they are deceased loved ones or beings from other realities, other dimensions. And light workers are so very sensitive and so very empathic. If you've ever been turned around to and somebody has said to you, "Oh, you're just way too sensitive." Well, embrace that. What a beautiful gift. Honor it. It's so wonderful. But of course, having that much sensitivity, being able to pick up and read people and knowing what's going on in an environment, like in a room before you even walk in, is hard on our nervous system. And so light workers often find themselves alone, anxious. They have a lot of self-doubt because everything that the world seems to be mirroring back to them is not great. And therefore, they have to still shine the light in the midst of so much darkness. But that's what you came here to do. And what a gift you are to the universe. So I thank you, all the light workers who are out there. Now, star seeds are a little different. But again, this is labeling. You come to this planet with a mission. So whether I was born in the United States or whether I was born in Africa because my mission was to be in Africa does not matter. By the way, a huge shout out to Africa. I miss you. I enjoyed you so much, and I can't wait to go back. But star seeds literally come from a different galactic system. So yes, we hold the light very, very strongly. We have so many of the qualities that the light workers have. But we tend to be more restless, more striving, more driven. We can be a bulldozer if we're not careful. And when we finish one mission or one situation, we are literally off to another. This is the reason why sometimes light workers make way better long-term healers, I'm going to say, in the sense of running a practice, growing a group, bringing people along, sharing their love, whether again it's through, it could be music, it could be dance, it could be writings, it does not matter. Whereas that starseed, they come in, they may not have incarnated on Earth before. And what they feel is this incredible sense of purpose that doesn't let them rest. They come in very young, being completely fascinated by pyramids and Egypt and gods, Greek gods, symbols, signs, synchronicities, sacred geometry. They look to the stars every day because they're so homesick and they don't get why. But that strong, advanced galactic warrior spirit, no matter what they're doing, is what makes them so restless. So you'll find starseeds have a very hard time with just sitting still. For example, there are people who can go and just happily go to, let's say, a party and play cards and games and have fun and do all of this. And the starseed will go, they'll have a lot of fun, but the whole time they're sitting there going, why am I doing this? These are cards. Why? I don't get it. What is my mission? What is the purpose for me being here at this second? So it creates an odd scenario that often makes starseeds loners. Again, because they are constantly working on their mission. Whether you know what your mission is or not, you are constantly looking for a better way to share and enlighten as many people as you possibly can in the situation that you're in. And that's because there is some hidden deep knowledge within you that you want to share, but nobody around you seems to want to hear it. There are far less starseeds in the universe at this moment than there are light workers. That's not a good or a bad thing. I have heard a number of around 100,000. I do not know if that is true or not. But if you're feeling really separated or alone, you're absolutely in love with pyramids and sacred geometry and quantum healing, and you absolutely know that things that you're told from a young age are just completely not true, you could be a starseed. You are also very empathetic, and we are also super sensitive. We can pick up on information in so many different places. So, what happens is not only can you go into a room and read the room, but if you focused, you would be able to pick up on the energy and where that person came from, what they were doing before they arrived. And if you wanted to, if you needed information about other individuals and what they are or not doing, you can literally hop in, pick up the energy, get an overall idea of the scenario, and hop out. Caution, 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 caution. Um, so we also, all of us, the light workers, the star seeds, are very telepathic because we understand that from where we came from, we literally didn't use words to communicate. Words are unbelievably limiting, and I have a video coming up on that. Um, and you want to be careful because words are also trappings, they're spells. So when you start to work with a highly evolved light worker, some of the most phenomenal ones are ones who actually can tap into something called light language. This puts fear into some people because the first thing that people think of, having been programmed by society, is, oh no, the person is channeling something wrong. Oh no. Is this light language? Or is this something negative that could be speaking in tongues? Again, always drop into your heart. Your heart will tell you if it makes you feel good. As a matter of fact, it might make you burst out laughing because it is so different from anything that you've ever seen or heard. And you're like, wow, I can't believe that person is brave enough to do that. But there are healing tones, which is why in light language, a lot of times you have some clicking and some higher vibrations and some amazing dual vocal tones that most humans wouldn't realize they can do with their vocal cords. So I just want you to expand your mind. All of these Lightworkers, starseeds, wanderers, walk-ins, again, indigos, the new beings, new children coming in without karma, with upgraded DNA, they're here to help you. They are here to help you heal, move beyond limits, move beyond labels, so that you can rise up to be the best person you can possibly be. And in becoming your best and taking responsibility for your own self-growth, we are alleviating the need, little by little, for others to go through the suffering that we have gone through so that we can walk forward into a new and beautiful, wonderful earth. And in that wonderful earth, you will often find light workers and star seeds alike who are unbelievably visionary. We get dreams of the future, we get glimpses, we see different timelines. So many things can happen. So, what I'm really asking of you is that if you have a therapist that you're working with now that you adore, perhaps, or a medical professional, but they're not quite filling that hole, something isn't quite working for you, please go out and find yourself a light worker, a star seed, a wanderer, a walk-in. Right now, there are more incarnated on this planet than ever before. And we are all working to help those move beyond the duality of the matrix. If you like this message, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. My information, if you need to know more about me, the best is who am I and why speak now. And I have other videos coming up. Why do good things happen to bad people? Finally answered. Judgment versus discernment. A whole bunch of information. So please get the message out. I am on Buzzsprout now. I'm working on memberships. So come join me. Let me know what your questions are and have just an absolutely beautiful day. Give yourself all the love you need. Give yourself a hug for trying. You are moving forward. The universe is moving forward. And if you just ask the universe for more help, it will keep flowing in. And that's probably why you listen to this message. Thank you. Love you.